What happened in the Garden of Gethsemane? If you're curious about one of the most pivotal moments in Christian history, you're in the right place. Let's explore what happened in the Garden of Gethsemane, a place that has been a focal point of faith and reflection for centuries. The Garden of Gethsemane is located on the slope of the Mount of Olives, just across the Kidron Valley from Jerusalem. The name Gethsemane means oil press in Hebrew, indicating it was once an industrial site for producing olive oil. This garden, filled with ancient olive trees, was a frequent retreat for Jesus and his disciples to pray and rest. On the night before his crucifixion, Jesus and his disciples came to the garden after celebrating the Passover meal. Here, Jesus took 3 of his closest disciples, Peter, James, and John, to a secluded area and asked them to watch and pray with him. He was deeply sorrowful, saying, "My soul is very sorrowful, even to death. Remain here and watch with me." Despite Jesus' request, the disciples fell asleep, and Jesus had to wake them twice to remind them to pray. Meanwhile, Jesus moved a little way from them to pray, asking his Father to remove the cup of wrath he was about to face, but ultimately submitting to God's will. During this intense prayer, Jesus was exceedingly sorrowful unto death, and an angel from heaven came to strengthen him. As Jesus prayed, Judas Iscariot, one of the 12 apostles, arrived with a large group of soldiers, high priests, Pharisees, and servants to arrest Jesus. Judas identified Jesus with a prearranged signal, a kiss. When the disciples saw what was happening, they asked if they should defend Jesus with swords. Peter, in an attempt to protect Jesus, cut off the ear of Malchus, the high priest's servant. Jesus immediately healed Malchus' ear and rebuked Peter, saying, "No more of this." The arrest was a dramatic scene. When Jesus identified himself to the soldiers by saying, "I am he," they drew back and fell to the ground. This was not just a physical reaction but a response to the divine power Jesus displayed by using the name of God, I am. After the arrest, Jesus was taken away by the soldiers and officials, while his disciples scattered in fear. This event marked the beginning of a chain of events that would lead to Jesus' trial, condemnation, and eventual crucifixion. The significance of the Garden of Gethsemane extends beyond this single night. It represents Jesus' willingness to face his destiny and suffer for the sins of humanity. The garden remains a sacred site, visited by pilgrims and remembered through various forms of art and literature throughout history.